Love of God and love of neighbor, the two great commandments. Perhaps you've been following, as I have, the James Webb Telescope. It was launched about a year ago. It cost $10 billion. It's traveling in space and it's going back to the very beginning of time. The pictures coming from this telescope are phenomenal. And if you haven't seen them, find them. What we've learned and continue to learn is scientists estimate there are 190 billion galaxies in the universe and perhaps more. We live in one galaxy, the Milky Way, and we're a little solar system within the Milky Way that has thousands of stars. We're nothing, and yet we're everything. The scriptures tell us, God tells us, that we are his very children. We're told in the scriptures that he's counted every hair on your head. We're told in the scriptures that he knitted us in our mother's womb. In this enormity of a universe in which we live, we are precious and loved in the sight of God. In John's gospel, we're simply told that God is love. And the two great commandments is love God and love your neighbor. That's what we're asked to do. Love God and love your neighbor. And what we know too is that you can't pull the two apart, that they're intricately linked to one another. If you love God, you have to love your sister and brother and do good for them. And by doing good for your brother and sister and by loving them, the very children of God, you are showing your love for God. It's not always easy. But then think and reflect on the James Webb Telescope and what science is telling us. In the enormity of this universe that continues to expand, our God has called us each by name. He has shown us his love and all that God asks of us to share in a reciprocal relationship, our love for God and for all of his creation, our sisters and our brothers in Christ.